Hello and welcome back to Gentle Chair Yoga Live. We're going to really focus on getting grounded today because I'm sensing a lot of people are anxious and feeling fear and worry. So we're going to really work on that today as part of our practice. Of course, we're going to have the movement practice as well from head to toe, but we're going to really work on trying to find that place of calm today. Okay, so I'm going to invite you now to just grab a chair and have all your props. If you're able to, you will need blocks, a strap, and a blanket. So we're using all of our props today. I hope you have access to them. And if not, maybe there's probably things like a strap. You could probably use a bathrobe tie or something instead to do that sequence, or even a belt. So if you need to go run and grab that, do so. So we can just get the most out of our practice today. So yeah, it's crazy times. So we're just going to do what we can to find some calm today. So I'm going to invite you to just pull up a chair. I'm going to invite you now just to sit up nice and tall in that chair. And we're just going to relax those shoulders down by the ears, down from the ears. We're going to close the eyes or lower the gaze. And next, what we're going to do is just take a long, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And now I'm just going to draw your attention inwards. And we're just going to focus on our breath. Allow your belly to soften. Let it expand and come back in. Visualize your heart central and to the left of the chest, and just let it melt with every exhalation. Every exhale, just letting go of the stresses of the day. Gradually lengthening your breath. Gradually expanding the breath, making it much, much fuller. And gradually slowing your breath down. Bring all of your focus and attention now to the top of your head. I just want you to notice now any and all sensations at the top of your head. Now draw your awareness to the skin of your face. Again, noticing any and all sensations on the skin of your face. Notice the clothes on your skin. Notice all points of contact of your body on the chair. Notice your breath moving in and out of your nose. Notice your breath now moving in and around your chest. Notice the movement of breath now in your belly. And now we're going to surrender to the practice with a 3-part yoga or Durga breath, beginning with an inhale deep down into your belly. Inhale, fill the rib cage. Inhale, lifting up and through the collarbone. Then exhaling from the collar, the rib cage, and down into the belly. Long, full, relaxed breaths. Deliberately breathing deeper than you normally would. Next, we're going to change our breath just ever so slightly by adding a brief pause at the top and at the bottom of each breath. Just a slight gap of space between each inhalation and each exhalation. And now, in this place of stillness that we've created together, I'm going to ask that you begin to set an intention for your practice today. Simply ask yourself what you wish to receive from your practice, what your body, what your mind, even your spirit requires. Perhaps you just want more peace and calm in your heart. Whatever it is, I'm going to ask that you say that silently to yourself. We're going to put it forth into the universe. And we're going to begin our practice now by just wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can open up your eyes. And then we're going to start with some ankle rotations and wrist rotations, just big lazy circles with both hands, both feet. And then we're just going to switch directions. And then we're going to release the feet back down on the floor. All right, so we're going to start with the neck. We're going to start up in the neck today. So what we're going to do is just drop that chin down on the chest and just basically let your head hang here. Our spines are still nice and tall. What we're going to do is just simply drag the chin across the collarbone over to one shoulder. Then we're going to drag the chin across the collarbone over towards the other shoulder. So you can just inhale one way and exhale the other. So try hard not to rush through your practice. Really focus on slowing it down today. Slowing it down and moving with a relaxed breath. All right, now we're just going to make a small change. What we're going to do is drag that chin across the collarbone. Then we're going to keep going and bring the ear over the shoulder. Drop the chin down, drag it over, keep going and bring your ear over the shoulder. Drop the chin down, drag it over, keep going, bring the ear over the shoulder. Drop the chin down, drag it over, keep going, ear over the shoulder. So we're just going to stay here with this gentle movement. Last time. Bring the head back down into the center and come back on up. All right, next we're going to do a bit of shoulder mobility. So what we're going to do is come into prayer hands. And we're going to inhale up through the center, and then you're going to circle to your right. Inhale up through the center, exhale, circle to your left. So we're alternating today. Inhale up, circle over to the right. Inhale up, exhale, circle to your left. So we're still just moving to our breath. You want to keep the fingertips pointing up to the ceiling at all times. So your circles may be much smaller than mine, and that's perfectly fine. Let's do one more set. And come back into center and release. Next, we're going to bring our hips forward to the lip of your chair, and we're going to do what we call the wave. So we're going to leave the hands on our thighs for now. And next, what we'll do is just curl and round our spines back to the back of the chair and tuck the chin. Then we're going to dive forward with the face. Curl and round, tuck the chin, then dive forward with the face. So we're just moving in this wave-like type pattern, mobilizing every bone, moving every bone in our spine, from the tailbone right up through to the nape of our necks. All right, last time, we're going to add a small change now. What we're going to do as we dive forward with the face, we're going to reach forward with the hands and then pull in strong arms. So reach and then pull. Reach and then pull. So we're incorporating some shoulder mobility now. You also may feel just a touch more little pull in the back as you do that reach. Again, your movements may be smaller than mine. Keep your practice as pain-free as you can. That's where the healing happens. That's where you get the most benefit out of your practice, when your body's comfortable. It tells your body that you're safe. It's safe to let go, and it's safe to relax. We're going to do 2 more of those. And release. All right. So next, we're going to bring the arms out horizontal. And let's bring thumbs up, actually. And what we're going to do now is squeeze our shoulder blades back together. We're going to inhale. And then on the exhale, you're going to twist to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. So keep squeezing those shoulder blades as you go. So what we're doing now is doing some really great spinal rotation, plus we're strengthening our shoulders. So if that's starting to get a little challenging for you, that's good. We're actually trying to create some strength. Just a couple more. And release that. Next, we're going to sit back in our chairs, and we're going to do just a basic forward fold. So a forward fold. Feet are hip width apart or thereabouts. We're going to drop the chin in the chest, and then next we're just going to slowly slide on down those legs. Let the head hang, let the arms hang. Let the head hang. And if this were too strong for your back, maybe you have disc issues or you're nursing some back pain, you might prefer to do it this way by just leaning your forearms on the thighs instead of the hanging. And you still let the head drop. And it's just a more supported variation. So again, keep your body comfy. We're going to bring our hands to the thighs, then you're going to gently push yourself on up. And then we're going to bring our arms horizontal again. This time we're going to move side to side in the same manner. We're going to inhale. Then we're going to exhale, just kind of tip over to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tip over to the other side. So now we're combining some lateral flexion or side to side movement of our trunk. And again, we're strengthening the shoulders. Let's try for 4 more. Inhale back to center and release the arms entirely. All right. So next what we're going to do is bring our hands to the shoulders. And we're just going to simply bring the elbows towards each other and then row them back. So we're just rowing the elbows back in a circle. So this is for shoulder mobility. So this is to get the shoulder joints moving better. more optimally. And again, your movement may be much smaller than mine. Your circles may be smaller. That's okay. You still get all the benefits. Whether you bend a little bit or a whole lot in your practice, it doesn't matter. You still get all the benefits. So just do what you can. All right, now what we're going to do is just alternate one and then the other. One elbow and then the other. Two more. And release. All right, next we're going to get into standing. So what we're going to do is stand beside our chair. So stand beside your chair. And we're going to do some hip mobility. So what I want you to do is just hold on to the chair, and you're going to step into the leg that's closest to the chair. That's going to be our like you're going to kind of balance a little bit on that leg. So use the chair as much as you need to feel secure. We're going to bend the outside leg. So bend that knee. And then what we're going to do is with this knee, we're just going to draw big circles. So this is really good for lubricating the hip joint. It helps to release synovial fluid, which is a lot like WD-40 for the joints. It helps our joints to move smoother. It's also really good for pain management of the hip joint. So this is something simple that you can do every day. All right, then we're just going to simply switch the direction of that circle. I have an interesting little clunk going on in this direction. Maybe you notice a difference between the two directions. Last time, we're going to make our way over to the other side of the chair now. All right, so once again, we're going to step into that inside foot. So that's the one closest to your chair. And then the outside leg, we're going to bend that knee. And once again, we're just going to draw that big circle with our knee. And notice, is there a difference between the two hips? Does this side feel different? Is it moving differently? And then we're just simply going to switch sides again, switch directions. Good. All right, we're going to step down now for a moment. And we're going to do mountain pose. So that is our balancing posture. So now we're going to step into the outside leg. That's the leg farthest from your chair. For now, we're just going to leave the toes of the inside leg on the mat or on the floor. Sorry, force of habit. The hand not touching the chair is going to come out, whoops, to the side. So not way up here, out here to the side. Think like a tightrope walker. And lift that chest, keep your head up, and then if you want a little bit more challenge, you can slowly lift that inside thigh up to parallel. So focus on your drishti spot. Find a focal point directly in front of you, not the floor. Our heads are up, remember, and that will help steady your balance and keep your breath moving. That's important. A lot of beginners, when they feel unsteady, will start holding their breath, and it actually makes it harder. Good job. We're going to just slowly take everything down, and then we're going to walk our way over to the other side of our chair again. And we're going to try mountain pose on this side. So once again, we're going to step into that outside leg, the leg farthest from the chair. Inside leg, we're bringing the toes to the floor. Hand not touching the chair, we're going to bring it out to the side. Then if you wish to make this more challenging, you're just going to slowly lift that inside thigh up. If your balance is stronger and you wanted even more challenge still, you could experiment with leaving the chair even for a breath or two, but only if you feel like it's challenging but doable. If you feel at all unsafe, please hold on. That wasn't a challenge. I'm just trying to offer options for everyone's abilities. So on your next exhale, just bring everything back on down. And then what we're gonna do is, we're going to step behind the back of your chair. So I'm just gonna turn my chair. And we're gonna stand behind the back of the chair. And so next, what we'll do is we're going to work on strengthening our hips a little bit. So I want you to step into your left leg. And then with the right leg, we're going to keep it straight. What I want you to do is flex your foot. So bring the toes towards your shin. And then what we're going to do is just slowly bring the leg out to the side. And you'll notice my leg is not high. I'm not tipping over or anything like that to get it up any higher. I'm just slowly bringing it out to where I naturally stop. And then we're going to bring it in. So lift out to the side and come back in. One more time. And step down. You'll notice that standing leg is getting some work too. We're strengthening the buttocks as we do that on the standing leg. So we're going to switch sides now. We're going to step into our right leg. We're going to flex our left foot. So bring the toes towards the shin to kind of flex and lock out that knee a little bit. And then we're going to lift to the side where we just stop naturally and then bring it back on in. Last time. And release. I don't know about you guys, but I noticed one side was a little bit more challenging than the other. That's kind of interesting. All right, maybe you notice the same. Okay, what's next? Oh yes, okay, so what we're gonna do now is take our feet out wide, at least the width of the chair, and our toes are pointing straight ahead. And then what we're gonna do is just take one of your arms, doesn't matter which, and then we're going to inhale, reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, and then we're going to exhale, feed it through the other side. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, then exhale, feed it through. Your gaze tracks the thumb as you work. Last time. And then we're going to switch sides. So hold on to the chair with the other hand. We're going to inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Then we're going to exhale, feed it through the other side. 2 more. And release that. All right. So, okay. So next we'll bring our feet in a bit. Feet in a bit. And we're just going to hold on to the chair. It may be more comfortable possibly to do something like this. So either way, you can hold on like this, or you can lean the forearms maybe on the top of the chair if that works for you with your particular chair. And then what we're going to do is step back with one of the legs, doesn't matter which, and then we're going to lift up just to the level of the trunk, no higher, and then slowly lower. And we're not even touching down. Lift and lower, just hovering over the floor. Three more. 2. Last one, we're going to hold and we're going to pulse a little bit for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, and release. So we're just going to try the other side again. So step back. Then we're going to lift the leg up to the level of the trunk, certainly no higher. Then slowly lower and hover. Lift and lower. We're going to do 3 more. Last time, we're going to lift and we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back on down. Next, you're going to stand beside your chair. Stand beside your chair. And we're going to stretch our side body. So what you're going to do is step away, a little way, make some space between you and the chair. That's what I'm trying to say. The hand not touching the chair. We're going to raise up to the ceiling. And then what we're going to do is just arc over towards the chair. And so we're just kind of opening that armpit up to the ceiling. And we're kind of pressing into that outside foot, the foot that's farthest away from that chair. We're reaching almost like through your middle finger. And now we're just going to make a small change. What I want you to do is turn your head towards your elbow. And if that's uncomfortable in any way, you can do like almost like a little bit of a chin tuck. Bring the head back to center, and then we're going to bring that arm back on down. We're going to walk our way over to the other side of our chair just to try the other side. Oh, we got a little dust bunny there. All right, so make some space between yourself and the chair. Arm not touching the chair, you're gonna reach up to the ceiling. And then what we're gonna do is just arc over towards the chair. Now, another thing too is if your low back is a little pinchy when you do this, try dropping your tailbone down towards the floor a little bit. That'll help flatten out the curve and make you more comfortable. So again, we're reaching through that middle finger, opening the armpit up to the ceiling. And now we're going to add that change. You're just going to turn your head towards that elbow. And again, if that's uncomfortable, do a little chin tuck. We're going to bring the head back to center, and then we're going to bring that arm on down, and then we're going to have a seat again. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a drink, and I'm going to get you to grab your strap. So grab your strap. We're going to sit back on our chair. And then next, what we're going to do is just wrap the strap around the arch of your foot. And it doesn't really matter which one, because we're not in the studio. We don't have to worry about banging into our partners side by side. All right, so what we're going to do is just straighten out the leg to comfortably. And then what I want you to do is hold this strap so that your hand, like your arms are long. So the hands are much closer to your foot. What I like to do personally is wrap them around the knuckles. That gives me nice, good, firm support. So if you're bending your knee, you're trying to lift your leg up too far. That's your body saying that's too much right now. So again, keep it comfortable. There should be no sharp sensation in the back of your leg or anywhere else for that matter. And we're just going to hang out here with our breath. We're still sitting up nice and tall. Now we're going to make a small change. We're going to keep our arms still. And then what we're going to do is just bend that knee and then press through the sole of the foot. Bend that knee and then press through the sole of your foot. So what we're doing by pressing through that sole of the foot, we're contracting the front of our thigh. And what that does is help to reflexively relax the back of our thigh. So this can be sometimes a little technique to soften the back of the legs, the back of the thigh. Okay, last time we're going to press through that sole of the foot, and then we're going to relax the thigh. And just notice, maybe things have softened a touch. If that's the case, you may wish to pull up a little higher, but again, keep it comfortable. You may have noticed that things have softened a touch there by doing that. All right, so next what we're going to do is wrap both tails of the strap or bathrobe tie, whatever you've got, around your knuckles or around your hand. And then what we're going to do is just take this leg and bring it out to the side. Still sitting up nice and tall in the chair. If you need extra support, you can hold on to the chair with the base of the chair with your other hand. The leg should be straight. It should feel as though you're pressing through the sole of that foot. On your next inhale, I want you to slowly bring that leg back on in and then release. And then we're going to do all that stuff on the other side. All right, so we're just going to wrap the strap around the arch of the other foot. We're going to pull this, like just lengthen and straighten the leg out till you can comfortably. So this side may feel entirely different. So don't force anything to, like if this side feels tighter, don't try to force it to keep up with the other side, okay? So again, we're holding the straps long, the arms are straight and the hands are much closer to the strap. Once more, I prefer to wrap the strap around my knuckles. And we're just gonna hang out with our breath here. Just breathe, nice long full breaths. Your foot might be much closer to the floor than mine, so don't compare yourself to me, okay? Just do what you can in your body today. All right, so this is where we're gonna keep the arms still. We're gonna bend that knee, and then we're gonna press through the sole of the foot. Bend that knee in, and then press. Last time, we're gonna press and then relax your thigh muscles, and then see if you could desire a stronger sensation. If that's the case, you're welcome to pull up a little bit further. Just do what you can. Anytime you're stretching with me, you're looking for about 75% of your maximum stretch. I never ever want you to go as hard or as far as deep as you can go. That leads to injury and next day soreness, which is really not necessary with this gentle program. We're going to wrap both tails of the strap again around that same hand. You can hold on to the base if you need to. We're going to take that leg out to the side. The leg is straight, pressing through the sole of the foot. Again, your foot may be much closer to the floor. That's perfectly fine. We're going to inhale, bring that leg back on in, and then release. And then we're going to get rid of that strap. And next, what we're going to do is strengthen our abdominals, our core. So I want you to sit to the forward edge of your chair now. Sit to the forward edge, the lip. And I want you to step out with one leg. Just bring it out to the side. And then the opposite arm, I want you to reach up. I want you to tense your abdominals throughout the entirety of this exercise. If you need to find those, you could just cough. Those are the same muscles that we're trying to contract. Next, what we're going to do is bring the elbow towards the knee. So it looks like this. We're going to bring elbow to knee and release. Elbow to knee and release. We're going to do 10 more. Last time. Release that. All right. And then we're just going to change sides. So step out with that other leg. Opposite arm reaches up. And you can hold on to the base of your chair if you need to. We're going to bring elbow to knee and then release. Elbow to knee and release. We're going to do 10 more of these. Still squeezing those abdominals. Last one. And release that. All right. All right, so next what we're gonna do is strengthen our upper back. So grab your strap again. I recommend that you double it over, like, so that it's just a little shorter. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna wrap the strap around our knuckles, and we're gonna hold the hands are gonna be about shoulder distance apart here. All right, and what we're gonna do now is just reach out with the band about chest height, and then we're gonna pull the band in towards the chest, and notice where my elbows are. They're level with the band. They're not down here or way up here. They're level with the band, and we're gonna press and then pull it in and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Press, then pull it in and squeeze. This strengthens our upper backs in between the shoulder blades. It also strengthens the back of our shoulders, which is really important for proper shoulder mobility and strength. Gets challenging, and imagine we're lifting ounces, certainly not pounds here. 4 more. 3, 2. Last time, and release. Excuse me. Okay. So next we're going to get up into standing again. I want you to stand behind the back of your chair. So we're getting ready for our downward dog. Downward dog. We're going to hold on to the back of the chair. And then next we're just going to walk our feet back until the arms are straight and the ankles are underneath our hips. Then we're going to push our hips back to the back wall and gently draw the heart downward towards the floor. If you feel a sharp sensation in the back of the legs, please bend your knees deeply. And then we're just going to slowly walk our way back up to the chair. Next, we're going to go walking a little bit. We're going to alternate. We're going to lift the heel and press into the toes. And then we're going to try the other side. Lift the heel and press into the toes. Lift and press. Lift and press. So we're kind of pedaling our feet a little bit. This helps with foot mobility. Four more. 3, 2. Last time. Good. Next, we're going to stretch the top of our feet. So what I want you to do is step back with one of your legs. And then what I want you to do is press into the top. Like you'll notice it's not the bottom, the sole of my foot, it's the top of my foot that's pressing into the floor. And we're just going to just press in just a little bit more down towards the floor. We're going to make a small change now. So this is more so about the top of our foot right now. What I want you to do is that same leg, that same back leg, I want you to press the ankle joint, the front of your ankle joint down to the floor. And that's going to move the stretch up higher up into more the shin, the front of the lower leg. We're going to step forward and then we're going to try the other side. So step back, again, pressing into the toes. The top of the foot is pressing into the floor now. A lot of us have, when we have tight foot tightness and poor mobility, will be tight at the top of our feet and the top of our ankle. All right, so that ankle joint in the back, we're going to press that down towards the floor now. And again, it's felt a little stronger and a little higher up the lower leg. And then we're just going to walk it back again. So we're going to take a seat again. We're going to take a seat. And we're going to prepare for pigeon pose. So we're going to, if you have blocks, I encourage you might need them to do a softer variation. So pigeon can be strong if your hips are really tight. So what I want you to do is bring your hips to that forward edge of your chair. And if you have blocks, you would want to position them like this for the softer modification. So what we're going to do next is try to bring our right ankle on top of the left thigh. All right, so this is the more fuller variation of the posture. If this is uncomfortable in any way for the knee or your hip or anywhere, what I want you to do is bring the pinky side of that top foot onto the block. And then we do it that way instead to keep your body safe and comfortable. We're going to hold on to the sides of the base of the chair, lift that chest, and we're going to draw the chest towards the wall in front of you. So our heads are up, gazing straight ahead, shoulders are back, and again, the chest is lifted. And then we'll just inhale, slowly make our way back on up. We're gonna take that foot off the thigh or the blocks, and then we're just gonna shake it out a little bit. All right, next we're going to just try the other side. So we're going to bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Again, if that's not comfortable for you, you're welcome to use the block. Just bring the pinky side of that top foot onto the block. We're going to hold on to the base of the chair, lift that chest. Then we're going to draw the chest towards the wall in front of you. Again, the head's still up, gazing straight ahead. Shoulders are back. I'm actually squeezing my shoulder blades as I draw my trunk forward. So if you're experiencing any kind of pain or discomfort with either variation, back it up a little bit. So that'll soften it a little bit more for you. Again, we want that comfortable, like we want to have the sensation of the stretch, but absolutely nothing should hurt. Good for the external hip rotator. So this is for the muscles that are often responsible for sciatica-like symptoms. So if you've got a pain in the derriere or any kind of pain running down the leg, this is a really great one for you to practice regularly, like daily. All right, we're going to straighten up. We're going to uncross the leg, and then we're just going to shake it out once more. Okay, so next we're moving back to the shoulders. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to reach it back behind your back towards your right shoulder blade. You certainly do not have to touch, you're just reaching in that general direction, okay? And we're just going to hang out here. What I want you to do now is just exaggerate your breath. Expanding that chest, you'll feel a little extra sensation at the top front part of that shoulder. Next, what we're going to do is turn our head to the opposite side, so towards the right shoulder, and then we're going to drop our chin down towards that armpit. We're going to bring the head back to center, release the arm, and you can shake that out if you prefer. We're going to try the other side now. Right hand reaches back again towards the left shoulder blade. Do what you can. Nice deep full breath here. Next, we're going to turn our head to the left, then drop our chin down towards that left underarm. We're going to bring the head back to center, release that arm. Okay, so next what we're going to do is prepare for our final Shavasana. So that's the final guided relaxation. So you can sit back now in your chair and get comfortable. We're going to sit up nice and tall again and make any necessary adjustments to try and find some stillness again. I'm going to invite you once more to just close your eyes or lower your gaze. And we're just going to come back to our breath. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Nothing more to think about. Nothing more required. Just breathe. Next, what I want you to do is draw your attention to your feet. I want you to curl your toes in a little bit, creating some tension in your feet. Notice that tension and really feel it, observe it. Notice the discomfort. We're going to inhale deeply. Exhale, relax the feet entirely. Notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension in the feet. Next, we're going to tense up the muscles in the calves of the lower leg. Tense those muscles, feel that tension there. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax the calves entirely. And notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension in the calves. Next, we're going to tense up the muscles in the thighs. Squeeze those muscles tighter and tighter. Really squeeze. Feel all that tension. Notice the discomfort. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax those thighs entirely. And notice how much nicer it is to no longer have tension in the thighs. Next, we're going to squeeze the muscles in our buttocks and our belly. So our belly and our buttocks, squeeze those muscles really tight. Feel that tension in there, all that unnecessary tension, feel it. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax those muscles entirely. And notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension there. Next, I want you to clench your fists. Squeeze those hands tighter and tighter and tighter. Feel all that tension in the hands. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax those hands entirely. And notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension in the hands. Next, we're going to squeeze the shoulders up by the ears. Really squeeze tight, tight, tight. Inhale deeply. Exhale, slowly relax those shoulders down, away from those ears. And notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension in the shoulders. Next, we're going to tense up the muscles in our face. I want you to squeeze your nose, your eyes, your mouth, your cheeks. Squeeze all the muscles in your face. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax all those muscles in your face. Notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension in the face. Next, we're gonna do a full body sweep. So from our toes to our nose. So we're gonna tense up those toes, squeeze the calves, the thigh muscles, the buttocks, the belly. Make those fists, bring your shoulders up by your ears, tense the muscles up in your face. You are a ball of tension from your toes to your nose. Feel all that ugly tension in there. Notice it. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax your entire body into that chair. And notice how much nicer it is to no longer hold on to tension in your body. I'm going to have you now bring your hands to your heart into prayer. We're going to gently open up the eyes and seal our practice today. What was your intention that you would wish to receive from your practice today? We're going to inhale, reach those arms up, all the way up, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, sweeping the arms back down into prayer. Then we bow and we say namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. That little tense and release exercise is really a great way to get grounded. I encourage you to maybe even just use that last bit of the video to practice at night when you're trying to get out of your head and calm your mind for a restful sleep. It's a really beneficial mindfulness exercise. Okay, we need to use our tools, and our self-care is just more important than ever these days. And thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day.